Okay, here we go. Big excitement. We're starting in the basement this time. We got a lot done. We've had unbelievably wet weather, nasty, cold, May, April, but we've been getting some stuff done. You can see we got some nice 6x6s here. I put a nice long beam. I made it out of 4 2x8s. Run the whole length of the house. Put these nice little 8-inch blocks. I cemented them to the floor and got these. You really can't see it. They're aluminum plates. A friend of mine made these plates, so I put the 6x6s on that, and that is really working well. A few things are missing. No oil tanks, gone. What a pain getting those things out. Another thing missing, right there, used to be a chimney. We did a chimney delete. We got rid of the chimney, so there was so much more room everywhere in the house without that chimney that it's amazing. My plan is to, right between this 6x6 and this 6x6, I'm gonna put up a piece of plywood and put my combi boiler here, and have this will be the setup. There'll be a sheet of plywood there, and I'll have the manifold for the radiant floor heat and such. That's the plan. We'll see how it works out. So here we got another fine 6x6. I got a little better light here. I've been deleting some of the old BX cable, so this has a little more light on the area here. Over there it's pretty dark because I've been taking the lights down. And the god-awful steps we had, new steps, whole lot god-awful, whole lot less god-awful. How's that? So what I did, I just they had stringers, so I just matched them to and just traced them on a new piece of wood, 2 new pieces of wood, and put new treads on it. So that really works well. So let's get to the top of the steps. Everything is slowly coming together. So we had a massive cleanup here yesterday. We had a mess. We just had stuff everywhere. There was an old existing partition right here. It wasn't doing anything but getting in the way, so we ripped it down. I put a new beam up, 3 2x10s there, and 2 2x10s and some filler pieces in between. I left some room in there so I could, if I needed to, I could run wires up through there. So I left a little chase for the wires. So this is all working out pretty well. I got the floors upstairs pretty level, and this is going to be, someday it's going to be a kitchen. The bottom floor, the floor we're stepping on, I improved that by putting beams underneath. That's a lot more sturdy. I tend to believe it was overspanned quite a bit, so that really stiffened up the floor and straightened it out. This is going to be where the washer and dryer goes. I'm going to put a little wall here someday, and have bifold doors. But anyway, this would be the kitchen area. These windows will probably get shortened up some, but what are you going to do? Little at a time, right? This is going to be the living room, and you can see there's still a few holes in the floor. That's we're getting there. No hurry. We got a couple years. This is well, actually, that was a dining room. Sorry. This is going to be the living room. I forgot what I was doing. And this is where all the tools got moved, and we cleaned up something else. So we have a huge amount of tools, horizontal storage everywhere. Coffee, can't forget coffee. So let's put up to the upstairs. This is still that wonderful hallway that goes, that I'm still not sure what to do with. Closet or pass through. Again, there's our favorite place to put the toilet. That's where the toilet was when we started. And these steps are just amazing. We use them every day, and they're solid as a rock, so I'm not gonna mess with them. Upstairs, not too much has changed here. This is our bathroom. This is our theoretical wall for the bathroom. This is how big we want to make it, so we'll see what happens here. The good news is I put that beam right along this area here downstairs, and it leveled this floor out amazing. This floor is about 1.5 inches out of a level. It had a bow in it. If you went from here, it went down and back up, and that beam runs right along there also. So now I got it within about 3/16 of an inch, and it still has a little bow, but it's an old house. And now it's pretty flat right across here, so it's not too bad. And realistically, you never know what they made these, how flat these houses were, how perfect they were back in 1890. So, you know, you're trying to make something better, but, you know, trying to make it perfect, I should say, but maybe it wasn't perfect to begin with. I don't know. So, sooner or later, this wall, because you know, it's going to move back to that wall. This wall is going to be new, and this actually adds some support to the attic. So everything's working our way up. I got another beam downstairs to do by the stairs. Then we'll get up here and, you know, put new walls and such up here to figure out what we're going to do, and that'll help strengthen up the attic floor. But just look at the room without the chimney. That's, of course, that's the hole where the chimney was. Now, once I cover the hole up, I can have an aisleway going right into the room. I don't need this little, you know, right now it's a little bit of an angled wall. It sort of goes out like that and takes an angle in there. So now I can run that straight and, you know, go straight through there. So it's amazing how much room that chimney took up. And if it was a huge house, but, and the chimney, getting rid of it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't that bad. You know, I had my daughter and her boyfriend working at it, and I'd do something else, and they kicked ass on it. There was a mess, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't want to take the chimney out when you're, you know, on a house you're living in, but something like this, it wasn't too bad. So here's the attic space. It's going to be, you know, we'll do something with it. I put up a bunch of collar ties up here, you know, here. The ones I had, really, I wasn't too thrilled with them. So what I did, I did a string. I'll probably do a short video on that. I put a little string here. I put a little string here going back and forth, and that way I could set them and get them parallel. So that really worked out well. And here's the view without the chimney. So if you can imagine a chimney right in here, it's not there anymore. So it's pretty nice. I don't know if you're going to want to have a bedroom up here or what, but it's at least a nice room. It's got about, height-wise, it's about 5'10", so it's a really nice attic, worst case, you know. And this is I made a little doorway here that this will be a real attic over there. I plan on insulating this part of it and putting heat in here. Whether it's used or not is whoever lives here can figure that out. My son, if he wants to use it and heat it, good for him. So that is pretty much the excitement here. Look at these nice collar ties here. This is where the chimney went out. I made a little triangle, a little roof there, and when they knocked the chimney out down from the outside, they just popped that thing on there, and I used a couple screws and brackets to hold it in place. So the roof is in good shape. It's not leaking. So we're going to keep doing internal work and wait and put the roof off probably, I don't know, maybe next year even. So anyway, that is the excitement here. That's a little bit of an update. Like I said, getting rid of this chimney was huge. Well, there's still some work to do up here, but you know, once we got rid of the chimney, I started working downstairs and worked my way up again. So I won't get back to the attic probably for a while. So that's the excitement. Hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe. Bye.